There we go. Step up. Cynthia. Cynthia. Yeah. Okay. Now cheese and crackers. Julie, look at me. One more, wait.
Oh my god. That's nice. That's it. This is one of Ho Chi Minh's houses. We've got a couple of them here. I thought this meant just a Ho Chi Minh as a generic term for Ho Chi Minh City, but it's actually all about Ho Chi Minh himself. So there you go. But I'm a bit slow on the uptake. Here you go. You've got a lot of groups in other rooms that have microphones and kids squat on the floors and presumably listen to how great the old man was, I presume. There you go. I just walked through the Fine Arts Museum, at least the third floor of it. There's an eatery downstairs. It looks like a French colonial building. Not really into art as such, not that visual art like that. There's the metro construction there. It's a good. That's one thing I didn't expect, to get a bird's eye view of how they're building the. Looks like that's the Ben Thang station. So they're making progress there. We've got an elevated view up here on the third floor, so that's good. So I thought that was already completed, but obviously not. So still a bit of work to go, but they're working at it. So hopefully finished sometime in the future. Okay. Yep, I think I'm a bit arted out. It's enough for me. Someone else just left before me, so yeah, I think a couple of us have had enough of the fine arts for the day. Oh, that was nice. So I'll thank her online for organising it. She did a good job. She's put a bit of work into it. So just not my thing really. Fine arts. Okay. It's a warm day. Yeah, looking forward to resting in the room, recuperating, and hitting the bars at 5 o'clock. At least I informed Johan about the number 5 bar. So he's been here a month, I wasn't even aware of it. I think he'll quite enjoy it when he discovers it. See how it all goes. Peak hour. So many bites. To the office after number 5 bar. It was okay, usual sort of stuff, pretty predictable, which can be nice. It's a Saturday night. Apparently Friday night was a lot busier. than tonight. Big surprise. Now, that's just the way it goes. Now I'm heading off to the office. Yeah, I still think Han is a very good operator, and both the girls I know there, they were both there tonight actually, and they were doing okay. I don't think one of them actually enjoys it much. That's the girl that was doing the sketching. She just did that because I was with her, sketching the insects. Oh God, the horns! Vietnam and the bloody horns. But I'm going to go over to the office so I can play some pool, and then head back home. I feel okay at the moment, quite happy. But Han had a group of Malaysian guys who were more than happy to spend a bit of money on the lady drinks and what have you. I think she told me that the previous night she got about 5 lady drinks, which to me sounded quite small because I thought she was really good at extracting those, but apparently she got 5 for the whole night, so it wasn't quite as lucrative as I thought. And she's hanging out to go back home, which is actually not that far away. It's in Saigon itself. It's only about a 35-minute bike ride to go back home, which is a lot better than most girls. And that's on Wednesday, but she's freaking out tonight. She's got to finish up at 1:30, which is only half hour later than the normal closing time, but she doesn't like the idea. So yeah, what can you do? The sound system in number 5 was really good. They had some really classic rock songs playing, and they were thumping out. It was quite nice. So the atmosphere there was good. And I'd say that the clientele was 50% Asian, well maybe 50% Europe, but I'm probably overstating. I don't think it was even that much. I think it was a majority Asian clientele tonight. And the guys next to me were from Malaysia. They seemed quite nice. They were very friendly guys, and I had no problem with them. But they come here for a bit of excitement because they know that Malaysia is not exactly the excitement capital of the world. So it's a fact that I knew already. It's hardly astounding information, but they just confirmed that what my perceptions already were. So here we go. I'm going to head off to the office. Hopefully I can play some pool. Hopefully it's not really crappy pool, and we'll see how we go. Yeah, the one thing is you have to actually stand firm when the bar girls hit you for bar drinks and what have you. I gave one of the ones I really liked a couple of $100,000, which is a pretty big amount of dough, and I stood firm. I wasn't going to give any more money to anyone else. I played pool with the girls. I looked after her, and she's my favourite. I'm going to make it quite clear that that's the case. I think you have to do that. You will get rewarded for your loyalty. I mean, if you're only a short-term stay, you don't have that luxury, of course. But if you're here for any length of time and you want to build a relationship with a girl, you need to actually, provide that loyalty to her. And it will be appreciated, I think. And she was very nice. She was actually, they wanted to play more pool games with me, even though I'm sure management wasn't happy, but it didn't matter. If you actually show some loyalty towards a particular girl, it will hold you in good stead, but you need to pick the girl very carefully, of course. So that's just a luxury you have if you're actually long-term here. But if you're not, then you will go for any piece of arse that has the most attraction, which is, how how it works in the jungle, and it's how it works in the bar scene here. And of course they put out the most provocative girls outside generally to try to attract customers. Ah, more noise. Oh, hard to believe that would ever happen in Saigon. However, I digress. The thing is that you just need to really cultivate those relationships, I think, to get a better outcome. So I've seen so many guys at the number 5 bar. They talk to these girls and they will throw so many ladies drinks at them. But you don't need to. You just need to buy one occasionally, and you just show your loyalty towards them. And it holds a lot more with them than if you're just basically throwing money away as some kid's patron. So it depends on your attitude. A little bit of negotiating happening there behind me. Yeah, just over there, these guys are getting into a bit of a heated negotiation with a few girls. That happens. So I'll see if I can get the grab cab from number 5 again. See what my luck is. And hopefully I'll get home as a PM passenger. Let's see. Oh, well, it's Sunday in Saigon. Air quality's a hell of a lot better. It was actually rated as very unhealthy yesterday. That's why I actually took I took a grab bike on 3 occasions yesterday because I didn't want to do that much walking. I did walk back home from here. I probably shouldn't have in retrospect, but it doesn't matter. But today it's actually the air quality is rated as moderate, and it's Sunday, so there's less traffic anyway, so it's a much better environment to get around. It's a very good day to walk actually, Sunday, because you don't have as much pollution and traffic, so yeah, good, better quality of life. The only day you're going to really get it, dickhead, walk straight across. Oh, these drivers are aggressive. Anyway, didn't actually eat yesterday either, had nothing, and felt I was getting a bit fat. And I remember getting back in to Dot's house just before 12, and luckily I didn't have to use the keypad. I still haven't had to use it once, so there's always been a doorman there when I come back. But I was surprised I was back that late. Thought it would have been a bit, would have got back from the bars a bit earlier, but I must have spent more time at the office than I remember. I played a lot of pool, and I'm surprised that the manager didn't come down hard on the bar girls because I wasn't buying enough ladies drinks. So I don't know what happened, but maybe that manager wasn't on last night. That might be it, or maybe they've eased off. I never know what's going on in this country. I'm always confused, so it's just the way it is. But it's quite a nice day, and yeah, the air quality is better. I can just feel it, despite the fact that there's cars everywhere. It's still way down on what it is during the week. Tomorrow will be back to its usual smogginess, but I'll enjoy the relative clean air today, and I might go for a walk this Arvo. Be a good opportunity to do that, just to do a bit of exploring around the area. But as I say, I did the right thing getting the grab bikes, and I couldn't believe how cheap that I've had some relatively expensive grab bike fares, but yesterday was the cheapest I've ever encountered. That was only 12. So that is ridiculous. So the good thing about Grab is you know how much you paid the previous night, because you have a record. They would send you an email receipt, so I know exactly how much it costs. So yep, it was quoted at 12 and they charged me 12, and that's amazingly cheap. So 12,000 dong for the trip, so less than $1, about 75 cents to get back home. It's probably about I know, is it 2 kilometres or maybe 1.5 k's? So still amazing value. Cheaper than public transport in Australia. So I'm getting off to the bang meat place, the one I like, even though it's further away. I'm prepared to walk because at least the people there don't scowl and look miserable in their work. And the bang meats are quite acceptable. So yeah, so this will be my first food for a day. Apart from the beer nuts that I always have at the at number 5 bar. No. It's desperate. Oh dear. Yeah, it's almost not as bad as the other day when I got all the bloody the sunglass sellers and other people like that. I really copped it bad. Anyway, hopefully it'll be a bit more serene today, a bit more laid back, and have a wander around the city a little later on. But right now, food is my focus. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.